Welcome to Start Over Podcast. I'm your host, Edward Shelton, aka Dark Logos, and this is the show where we look at the strategies, tactics, and mechanics behind the game of heroclix. All right. Right now, we've already, if you're just now tuning in, you're looking at it, and you're a long time listener, you already know the drill. Go and listen to the previous episode. Okay, because the previous episode is part one. I got all the stuff from the commons through uncommons in that episode. Okay, so don't come back to me later and be like, hold up, wait, Dark Logos, you just sort of started out of nowhere, and it's like, no, I didn't. I started from the beginning, and so yeah. So that's the best I could tell you. But other than that, we're going to go ahead and get started here into the second part of the Captain America set. We're going to look at the rares. The part where I'll just give a brief overview. Is I think that this set so far is giving me Rebirth vibes. It's really giving me Rebirth vibes. And that is scary. And I know some people are, again, will be like, Dark Logos, this isn't DC. You're going to get a lot of this, that, and the other. You're already talking about this is good, that is good, blah, blah, blah. And I know I've already stated some things that I respect WizKids for putting into the uncommons and commons, like Trick Shot. But when I start just looking overall, like just if I skip it, more than likely I just think it's trash and not worth mentioning. 9 times out of 10. Sometimes, yeah, I'll get it wrong. I'll admit it. Unimind still haunts me to this day for a failure of not to see how good he is because I, relied on Realms previews. Okay, and that's on me. But where I definitely look at things now, I'm not feeling good. I'm really not feeling good about the set. And I know a whole lot of people are going to be like, hype train, let's go, choo choo. But like I said, I'm just not feeling it. Okay. All right. So let's keep on going. I'm bunching all the shifting focus Iron Mans together. I think they're good. So just as a mechanic, if you have the sideboard, there you go. Citizen V's trash. Black Panther. This Black Panther is trash. They just gave it a line from the movie and then thought, oh yeah, that would be a good name for a special power. No. Don't do this. Okay, WizKids, I'm going to give you a bit of advice. This is a little tiny little bit of advice. Okay, if you're going to do a movie set, like after the movie, you want to reference a character from the MCU, after the movie is done, wrap all your ideas that you saw in that movie and put it in one character. Okay, don't spread it out here and there. Definitely when none of this ever happens in the comics. Okay? Black Panther isn't dating Io in the comics. Okay? That's not happening. All right? So it just makes me sort of freeze. Okay, we got Storm in the comics. He never freezes with Storm. That's never brought up with him freezing with Storm. Hell, he's freaking Mac. Like from start to finish, with Storm. So it's frustrating. It's frustrating. Definitely, I feel like Black Panther has turned into Batman, except they just keep making crappier versions of him. Like, oh, this is the one good Black Panther, and then this one's crap, this one's crap, this one's crap, this one's crap, this one's crap. Like, they do not know what to do with Black Panther. They just, again, it's not even a minor rant, it's a rant at this stage. It's clear. You do the same things: charge, blaze claws fangs, evasion, outwit, charge, sidestep, charge, blaze claws fangs, stealth, sidestep, blaze claws fangs, outwit. Like, it's the same thing. I get it. Take some time and look. Freaking read some Black Panther comics. Okay? He does more than that. Look at how other comics have utilized Black Panther. When are we going to get a Black Panther Hulkbuster? Because, that happened in Amadeus Cho comic, and it was a completely different type of Hulkbuster. And it could have been like, look, check me out. This giant is immune to Psychic Blast, Energy Explosion, and Pulse Wave, and Protected Pulse Wave. Go suck it. If you get hit by a character with super strength, minus 3 damage instead of, he has invulnerability. If you get hit by a character with super strength, minus 3 damage instead of minus 2 damage invuln. Boom! You got something to look at. You could, like, give him perplex once in a while. You give him prob. Hell, you can make it like the Prime. You give him prob and perplex. The guy has his own type of, martial arts. All right. Gosh. There's just so many things. Like, real short note, whiz kids. Take a lot of the lessons that you learn from Batman and making Batmans throughout the years, and then start thinking about applying that to Black Panther. Okay? Hell, if you really go and just take some old DC Batman ideas with small range and figure out some stuff with it, and then, like, make it modern compatible, I think a lot more of us would be happy. But this is crap. So I know some people will say, but look, Dark Logos, this Black Panther has improved movement, ignores elevation. This sucks. It still sucks. And then they're like, well, he has the espionage trait, except it's called Silent Hunter. Still sucks in a set full of anti-stealth. Completely sucks. Okay. You have assemble Avengers. Okay, it's an okay trait. The vibranium daggers. No. I never freeze. Black Panther has protected outwit, leadership. Opposing effects can't give Black Panther action tokens or modify his combat values. Okay, so you make him immune to other assembled Avengers and the Bolts and Masters. Congratulations. He still sucks. Now, some of you might say, but Dark Logos, what about the Kobik BS? He's immune to the Kobik BS, and for that, I would say yes. But is it worth this dial? No, it's not. Now, would I have liked the I never freeze as a trait? Yes, I would. This is frustrating. It's just frustrating. So again, whiz kids, take a note from me. Take a note from me in the future, please, just please. If you're going to design something like this, and I know someone's going to say, like, this dude has so much crap packed into him. In Classic, he would be 100 points. Dark Logos, you ungrateful guy. I know I know that's going to be in the comics section somewhere. But realistically, like WizKids, take a note from me. Take the I never freeze and change it to be something, a bit more positive. You know, just don't do. I can do this all day. Just don't do that. Uh, then go ahead, put in, take out this vibranium daggers crap because nobody's using that. Keep the assembled Avengers. You can keep the Silent Hunter, okay? And if you want to keep the improved movement ignores elevated, all right, fine, okay. Just get rid of vibranium daggers and make I never freeze a trait, and then sprinkle in some perplex here and there, like crack from a cop from a Dave Chappelle skit. Just sprinkle a little crack everywhere, and there you go. Uh, and you have a decent Black Panther that hell I would consider using, and I would probably hand clap y'all up for. And I know some of you would say it's like, but Dark Logos, that would have been a 60-point Black Panther at low and a 90-point Black Panther at high. Y'all fudged the numbers on so much other stuff. You couldn't fudge the numbers on that, because you're telling me that Captain the Rare Cap, which I'm going to talk to, is worth 50 points, when to the super rare Old Man Cap, who is almost the exact same dial and does less, is the same points. I call shenanigans. And when we get to that Cap, I have a case on that. I have a case on fudging the numbers a bit too much when it comes to those two. But I could be there all day talking about that. So I'm going to stop. I'm going to stop. All right, let's move on. The Prime Azuri. This guy would have been great with the other Prime Panther. Would have been great. But nah, it's just frustrating. Okay, so this guy is sort of worth playing, but he's not worth my Prime slot. So what team is he supposed to be on? What team, WizKids, is he supposed to be on? Wakanda? What were you trying to design Wakanda to be? What was the spectrum for Wakanda? Past, ruler, warrior? You're not playing this character. You're not. Not with as much other stuff you have. Okay, he has improved movement, ignores elevation, and ignores hindering. Good for you. Okay, you will not take Wakanda when a friendly character with the Wakanda keyword attacks an opposing character that's closer to your starting area than that character's starting area. That friendly character modifies attack and damage by +1. Oh my gosh, this would be awesome on Wakanda teams, where I have guys from the Fast Forces that increase my attack and damage by +1. Oh my gosh. Then, Wakanda's Chieftain, the Black Panther, exploit weakness, leadership. When Azuri KOs an opposing character that's closer to your starting area, then that character's starting area, remove an action token from each friendly character with the Wakandan keyword. It's like he's good. But oh my gosh, am I really going to play him on a Wakandan team? It's frustrating. And the main thing that's also frustrating for me is he has no stealth and he has no endom. The endom thing I can let go, considering how dumb he's sort of buffing my team. But the fact is, I know he's going to get nuked from orbit. So, yeah, that just sucks. So I have to play Queen Shuri. I'm not Queen Shuri, Queen Storm. Or else he's dead and half of my Wakandans are dead. So, yeah. Again, and like the frustrating thing is you have the other Prime Black Panther, which could have been like a central titpole or central character to really benefit from Azuri, and you have now made them mutually exclusive. All right. So is this character good? Yes. Are people going to play it? No, because you specifically need to be playing Wakanda, and Wakanda is frustrating right now. So I don't know what to really say. I really don't know what to say. Because unless you're like, oh, I'm running Cosmic Panther at 150, Azuri, you are now a lot more limited in like your options of what you normally would have played. So I don't know. If you see me playing this in the WKO, people, I found the heart of the cards. My ancestors talked to me, or something. I don't know. That's you. I don't know. All right. Next up is Steve Rogers. This isn't bad. This is like I want to make it clear. This isn't bad. This isn't rainbow magic. This isn't my clovers and blue moons, but it's all right. Living legend. The first time each game Steve Rogers will be KO'd. Blah blah blah. Gets to come back. Well, take all the help we can get, and here we go. Let's have this conversation. We all know what this does. We've heard about it. This is probably the most impactful or second most impactful figure in this set, and I would make the argument that the most impactful figure in the set or second most impactful figure in the set is Immortal Hulk, which we'll talk about eventually. But this Steve Rogers right here is 50 points. Okay? He, in my eyes, just does way too much. Okay? He just does way too much. In the sense that a character that's 50 points or less can gain the Avengers keyword. Now, why is this a big deal? Now let's compare what Super Rare Old Man Cap could do versus this Steve Rogers, because they're functionally, in my opinion, the same guy. All right, let's look at keywords. Avengers, Howling Commandos, Invaders, Shield, Soldiers. That's what Steve Rogers has. Old Man Cap. And for those who don't know who Old Man Cap is, it's Avengers Defenders War number 54, Captain America. Old Man Cap. Avengers, Shield, Soldier. Okay, so we're getting more keywords. All right, I know keywords are not costed, but realistically, I hate to say it, we really do need to look at what keyword balance means, because I don't think WizKids has thought about that in a while. All right, next up, you have Steve Rogers. How many clicks of life is he? 5. How many clicks of life is Old Man Cap? 5. Okay, so they've broken even. Old Man Cap has Outwit and Perplex on his first two clicks. Steve Rogers has has Perplex on his first 2 clicks and Outwit on his last 3 clicks. So that's broken up. Edge, Old Man Cap. Okay. Avengers Unifier trait. Once per turn, when a friendly character is healed, after actions resolve, you may roll a d6 on a result of 4 through 6. Remove an action token from that character. Now, compare that to the 2 traits that Steve Rogers has. 3 traits that Steve Rogers has. Advantage, Steve Rogers. Okay. Range on Old Man Cap, 0. Range on Steve Rogers, 4. Advantage, Steve Rogers. Okay, Steve Rogers. Smoke Cloud. Okay, helps his team. No smoke cloud sorry, Old Man Cap has smoke cloud. Steve Rogers doesn't have smoke cloud or anything on his attack values. So advantage Old Man Cap. Old Man Cap can be stealth to protect himself. Okay, Steve Rogers can't, but he has sidestep, sort of neutral considering how much anti-stealth is packed into this set that's going to be flooding the game. So, all in all, if WizKids wants to tell me, yo son, we're not cooking the numbers that much anymore, I call BS. Because and here's the even more bigger reason. Team ability. Old Man Cap has Avengers. Steve Rogers has Shield and Avengers. Drop the mic. Drop the mic right there. Right there. If you want to talk about constants in the formula and blah blah blah, you're getting a better dude for 50 points at a lower rarity. Do I have a problem with this overall? No. But at the same time, I'm like, look, admit you're cooking the numbers just a bit. Just a bit. And you're trying to make a new game. Okay? Just do it. All right, so is this a must buy? Yes. Is it worth multiple caps in large point games? Yes. Now I know I don't think he's unique because he doesn't have a unique ring or a notification here. But if anyone has him, he actually is unique. And you know how we can find this out, kids? eBay. eBay is a hell of a drug. I haven't looked this up on eBay. And I know so many people like, Dark Logos, why do I need multiples? Why do I need multiples? And the reason is this. Okay. Nope, it's not unique. He's not unique. I'm looking at the dial right now. And also this dummy dude, he's charging $31 for this character. $31. Dude, you should have pushed your luck, went for 15, you would have sold them by now. But the set's about to come out. It's not worth $31. No. It's, gosh, people are dumb. All right, so, hold up, my eBay's acting up. All right, so going back to the land of frustration. Yeah. So you want 2 of these, at most 3, for Golden Age game. Because it does not say for every character with this trait. It says leadership. During force construction, you may choose a standard character of 50 points or less. That character loses printed keywords for the entire game and gains the Avengers or Shield keyword. Choose one. Boom. Boom. It's so you can just stack this. So I know someone will probably say, but Dark Logos, what if there's some stupid combination with 2 Steve Rogers, some character that's also 50 points, and 2 other characters at 50 points or less? Don't care. That's WizKid's fault. They should have thought about that before they made him. Am I mad that they made him? No. I'm really not. But you're cooking the numbers too much, WizKids. You're giving him 3 traits, one of which allows him to literally come back from the dead. And another one that lets him put tokens on people or remove a token from himself. And he has range now. So he can shoot people. I mean, come on, WizKids. Don't huckabuck us. Don't huckabuck us. You cooked the number for Cap, for Old Man Cap. You gave him that Geritol and Viagra combo, and Told him to get going. Pointed him over towards Peggy Carter. So all right, let's keep going. So then there's number 39, Captain America, Sam Wilson. This is a mild upgrade ish from the previous Sam Cap or Cap Falcon. Sorry, Cap Falcon. I forgot Sam Cap is female Cap, and Cap Falcon is the old Captain America Falcon. Sorry, we got to keep our slang and jargon terminologies together. Correct. When we look at him, this dude is good, but he's too expensive, so he won't get played, and that's sad. So, if you look at this character is really good. He's really strong. He's 6 clicks deep. He has the Living Legends trait. He has the Assembled Avengers trait, which Living Legend on him is actually really good. He has Carrying on Steve's Legacy, Super Senses, Toughness, Modified Defense by +2 if Captain America moved during your last turn. That's great. So if you're landing your hits, you have your 3+ Avengers, you have a chance of taking a token off when you hit. Great. Okay, you have a 6 range. You have some leadership up front. You have some power at the back. Your power at the back is sort of pointless. It really is pointless. So yeah, like you could have stripped that off, possibly given me better attack. I would have accepted no empower on the back end for constant 11s or an 18 defense spike. I would have accepted that. Now, also, I would have accepted a split dial where you gave me starting at the last click of running shot. If you gave me that to the end of the dial for 50 points, I would play that. I would play that all day. Now, is this Captain America going on my Black History Month team that I'll never inevitably play somewhere? More than likely, yes. Because he doesn't suck, but he's not great. And I think he has usefulness. It's just rough. It's just really rough. He doesn't do anything like, ooh, make him tingle. And he's in Dom. Like, if I could time warp this figure back 4 years, he would be, like folks would say, he would be broken. Anyway. All right. Thor. Jane Foster. All right. She's all right. Again, at 100 points for 6 clicks, even with the assembled Avengers and all that other stuff, no. And I sort of see WizKids getting massaged by Marvel Studios saying, hey, man, you know what's coming up. Thor, Love and Thunder, so could you put some of those subliminal messages in there? I see you, WizKids. I see you hustling. But yeah, you can see Disney's hands all over this. But anyway, once per turn when Thor hits, after resolutions deal 1 penetrating damage to a hit character, then knock back the character 2 squares. I do not have a problem with this. Is this a good power? Meh. Does this have potential? Yeah. Do you really need to be mindful that this figure can be knocked out real easily? Yes. Is this a sealed like bag of awesome? No. You can't see through stealth. Yeah. Like something that I think is something that a lot of people just haven't noticed or thought about. Is this a good figure and sealed? No, because there's a crap ton of stealth. Is this a good figure and constructed? No, because your dial's too short. All right then. What are we to do? Should we even have this figure in this set? We have to because we're required by Marvel and Disney to do so. Okay, then give it freaking stuff that's useful for at least one of the formats. Okay? At minimum. If you're going to be paying 100 points for this type of character, one bolt, you need to at least give me 7 clicks. If that means that she has invuln and then toughness, invuln for 3 clicks and toughness for 4, or impervious for 1 click of invuln, and the rest toughness, that's fine. Okay, do you have to give her running shot and charge the entire time? No, you don't. Hell, you could just get rid of like the charge for 2 of those clicks. Give me sidestep instead, because it's way more valuable. And then give me an extra click of like generic, like 6 move, 9 attack, 16 defense, 2 damage. Get rid of the close combat expert. That's a waste. You already know charge and close combat expert do not work together. So why are you wasting my time? If you're going to indicate that she's strong and you're going to continue with the knockback theme, okay, give her super strength. Okay, because you didn't flat give her knockback. Okay, so, well, actually, take that back. You did. Never mind. You did. But only 2 squares. Like, when I can, like, functionally have super strength. Now, this is key, folks. This is next level heroclix. If she was able to hit a character with super strength, not with object or anything, she could, with this trait, you hit, knock them back equal to the damage that you dealt. After resolutions, deal them 1 penetrating damage to a hit character, then knock them back again 2 squares. Now that's next level heroclix, people. That I would pay 100 points for. That I would pay 100 points for. Give me some charge and super strength instead of close combat expert. Same stats, and I can do that. Oh yeah, you got me. I'm sold. But here's the issue. They were so set on playing pool with energy explosion. You know, Jane Foster's up there like lining them up. I'm about to knock them down. You know, that they didn't think like, well, you know, we can make this like a lot more fun by, okay, her first half of her dial is an energy explosion, and the second half of her dial will up her movement just a little bit, will keep her attack values reasonable, and will give her nice damage, but we'll give her super strength. And then we have this trait. Just think how cool that would be. Like, no one thought that. No one just took a set moment back and said, like, you know, that would be fun. Because, you know, screw fun. All right, next up is Red Skull. And I'm sort of shaking my head because here's this Power Elite crap again. And it's crap, and we all know it. We all know it's crap. So I don't even go into that anymore. Returning time and time again to plague the world, sidestep stealth. That's not bad. Subversive strategist, leadership, outwit, shape change. This is good. When Red Skull succeeds at leadership or shape change, give him a subversive token. Max 3, remove 1 subversive token. Red Skull can use outwit an additional number of times this turn equal to the subversive tokens removed. All right, so functionally this is Leech, except you can do it on 1 character and you have okay stats. Why didn't you just give me something that was a little bit of a glorified Leech? Lower the stats down, Clearly lower the stats down. Full dial mastermind. Okay. Don't front with me with the end dom. We already know what this character's here for. This character is a buffer. And he's hiding behind minions, occasionally firing a gun. You didn't have to give me consistent 3 damage. All you had to do was give me precision strike up front and psychic blast at the end. Okay. I'm not trying to tie anybody up. Again, just give me full dial mastermind. Get rid of this plasticity. Give me stealth and sidestep. And give me this subversive strategist on every click. And you would have had an awesome figure for 65 points or 50 points. This figure would have been awesome. But instead we got crap. Now, is this a good power subversive strategist? Yes, it is. Is the use of sidestep and stealth good? Yes, it is. The overall implementation of the type of character it would be is bad. Really, really bad. Okay? And this is something where I just need to make a video. Someone needs to remind me I need to make this video. Why dial design, what does range and stats say about a dial design for a character? The archetypes of a character in this game and what it means. Because if I have 5 range, and again, if you're trying to encourage a more intimate encounter in terms of we're not 8 squares away lobbing cruise missiles at each other, but we're actually within 4, 5, and 6 range. Those are going to be the average ranges. What does that mean for the game? And what that means in particular is, okay, you have game effects on a character that buff other characters or is an inspiration to other characters, not ID card inspiration, but literally like, oh, I take tokens off. I do this for my team. I do that for my team. All right. If you have characters that do that, then if they're going to be in the fight, make them in the fight. But they're going to cost a lot, and the team is built around them. But if you already know that that character has a crap range, hardly any mobility, why are you making them a fighter? Oh, it's like when the battle comes to them, they can finally do something? No, the game is already squandered by that stage. You know, even with super mega rush teams, he's going to suck. He's going to suck. Because once they airdrop on top of you, that's it. You know, your 5 range may or may not mean anything. Okay, because you might be based. So you paid all those points for that range for absolutely nothing. You're not able to go out there and reach out and touch somebody. So why not then just make the character leaner? You know, not saying take all the fat off, but, you know, put it on some Jenny Craig for a bit and say, all right, you're going to come and be close to me. I'm going to make it so that when you get close, I have poison. I have, you know, or if I'm shooting, I'm making sure that you're not avoiding my damage. Like the precision strike. The precision strike is a good idea. But if I have mastermind, don't give me an 18 defense. Give them a 16, 15 defense. Make your guys think like, okay, I'm going to surround him by pogs, or okay, I'm going to put these mechanics in because his defense is so low up front. Now you've cut the cost of the figure. And even with the Underworld and Hydra TA, you know, you can say like, oh, look at Dark Logos, he has all these other uses too. I'm like, yes, he does. But it's so darn expensive. And you've bogged him down with the crappy trait. You've bogged him down with mediocre keywords. What is he to do? What are you to do? Now, you could come back and say, but Dark Logos, you have another character that sort of ties into him. But I would be like, look, you're only getting the last click. And he's still exactly in that capsule of a support character. So, like WizKids, like take a moment and think, Like, if this dude's a buffer, then let's make him a cheap buffer. If he's going to be expensive buffer, then or he's going to be a second or third tier attacker, then you need to give him the means to do that. That means you need to have a minimum 6-7 range. Because you're not consistent enough to keep the 8+ ranges being rare. You're not consistent enough, WizKids, in doing that. And even then, you're giving those characters with those ranges higher damage outputs than they should. Easily, you can say, look, if you have an 8+ range, your damage output has to be a printed 3. And I know for a lot of old school players, you're like, oh no, that sucks, that's bad, blah, blah, blah. But if we look at how much from orbit you can blast people in this game and why it consistently makes this game a highly ranged game, and I look at other games that have range penalties, the further you're away from the target, there's damage fall off or there's attack fall off. We don't have that in heroclix. So there needs to be a design intent to balance this out. And Red Skull, unfortunately, is a victim of such lack of oversight. All right. Minotaur, he's okay. You need to have a very tight indoor map for him to be broken. But can he be broken? Yes. He can be really strong, but like once he gets hit, that's all she wrote. So I'm not a proponent of him. Next up is Hawkeye. He has the Assembled Avengers trait. He has not tricks, tactical, precision strike. This is great. I like this. Hawkeye may use precision strike and or range combat expert even while targeting more than one character. This is it. This is a good Avenger. All right. I will pay this over Cat Falcon. Okay? I will pay this over Cat Falcon. That's just sad. That is just sad. Okay, so I can have access to running shot, precision strike, and multiple targets, like old precision strike. Okay. And I have access to sidestep range combat expert to multiple targets. So I can get a 14 on my attack. Not only that, I'm a wild card because he has a team player thing that indicates he's a wild card. And he's a wild, yeah. Leadership on the first click, yeah. This is a good piece. This is a really good piece. So it's frustrating at the same time. Because you look at this and you say, all right, why did Cat Falcon get screwed? You know, why did he get screwed? And I know somebody's put Dark Logos, he has Impervious. Come on now, buddy. He has Impervious. Stop being melodramatic. He has Impervious. He also comes back from the dead. So you can't be super salty, Dark Logos. And I understand, I can't be super salty. All right. But still, you know, I look at Hawkeye and I'm like, this is good design. This is good design. Is he overpowered? No. Is he unique? Yes. Does he fit in with your Avengers, getting multiple Avengers together? Yes. Can he always utilize his ability? Yes. He has improved targeting, shoot characters that are adjacent. Does he have a good assortment of keywords that actually will allow him to utilize his ability? Yes. Does he have the ability to get into combat? Yes. Can he, in multiple ways, does he have the ability to protect himself slightly? Yes. Even though, I still can make the argument the stealth is really worthless in this set and sealed. and really, there's an abundance of anti-stealth that just flooded the market. So is stealth still sort of valuable? Yes, ish. Against in modern age against IDs is useful. This is great. Like WizKids, as much as I've sort of ranted in a negative sense, this is a positive, very well designed figure. It hits everything that I've been talking about. Look, he has multiple targets. His range is 7. It still gives him a range advantage over most characters. He has sidestep, so he can running shot in and sidestep back out if he wants to. He can help control tempo in multiple ways because he can hit them with incapacitate. If he makes his roll, he either can decide, I'm going to take a token off myself or put a token on them. And if I have +6 Avengers, I can do both. So automatically, I can, if I run 2 of them, I can start controlling tempo and by locking down multiple opponents every turn. Now, do they have improved targeting nor is hindering? No. So they do have weaknesses to stealth. Are they, if they're locking characters down and you have 2 of them, are they dealing damage? Maybe, maybe not. But the fact that I, as a player, have the option or potential to say, all right, this one guy is definitely going to lock down one of your characters, has a potential of locking down 1, 2, 3 of your characters with one running shot, I can't complain. I can't complain. He is boss. He's boss. So yeah, like 10 out of 10. Hawkeye. Must buy. I understand that's sort of strange for me to say that. Must buy. Still not the most influential character in the set, but it is a well-designed, really highly functional character. Let's keep going. Ghosts. Ghosts are trash. I don't like Ghost. Baron Zemo. They made him unique. I really wish they didn't. So, Captain America, my mortal foe. Opposing characters that can use leadership or combat reflex modify attack by -2 when attacking Baron Zemo. This only matters if you're concerned about a handful of figures. This trait is really only useful if you're concerned about Jason Wingard mind controlling you. And at that stage, Jason Wingard has so many advantages in mind controlling you that the -2 is not going to matter that much. When beginning a move, opposing characters modify their speed by -1 and decrease their breakaway rolls by -1. That move, unless they're occupying hindering terrain or water terrain. That's just a flat global. And this is what makes him good. A lot of people may start to underestimate this trait, but from a means of control, I understand why he had to be unique, but 3 of them on a team would have been abusive. Because you could just easily just lock down anybody. Like if you think about it, even your high movement characters would still be -3 if you were able to have 3 of them. So I would make the argumentation that he is good for his last trait. That's about it. He's good for his last trait. All right, next up, Black Knight. Simple bolts and masters. Yeah. 65 points for Giant Man and the Wasp, my mortal foe. Opposing characters with tiny, giant, or colossal modify -2 attack when attacking Black Knight. This is good. Because unless you're Tri-Sentinel, He pretty much says, "Come on, colossal retail me, son. I'm a 19." That's pretty much what he's saying. I'm a 19 defense. Come at me, bruh. I'm going to be tagging your guys all day. I'm not afraid of your retail. That is great. We need more characters with a trait like that. Next up, he has my lance is an arsenal with a counter to any power. Free, choose a standard attack power. Black Knight can use that power until your next turn. So the dude has pick a power. Ha ha! Yeah. Opposing characters within range that can use a standard power chosen by Black Knight modify attack by -1. So even more so, he says, yo, man, colossal retail character, you got super strength? I got super strength too. Come on. Come on, Cletus. Come on. You -3 attack. Come on. Let's go. I think that is great. You could just be like, well, my opponent is going to hypersonic speed and use precision strike. Well, I might as well have precision strike. So when they move within range, they're at least -1 attack. Again, I think this character is going to get slept on. I just think he is. And again, I know people are going to say like, oh, he doesn't have Endom. That's fair. Oh, Dark Logos. It's just going to get out with it. And I brought up that complaint before. That is fair. But in all honesty, I think there's a lot there. It looks awesome. Melter is meh. He's not that good. But look at him and compare to that Runaways dude, Victor Mancha. They're almost functionally similar, except Victor Mancha is just overall better. And Melter is unique, and with him being unique, you would think that they would go like a little bit of an extra mile on him to make him better, but they didn't. And I don't get it. And I also don't get why having multiples of him is abusive. Okay. Opposing characters that can use Impervious or Invulnerability modify attack by -2 when attacking Melter. Okay. Melted your weapons, penetrating Psychic Blast. When he hits with it, give a melted token to a hit character if they don't have one already. For the rest of the game, a character with a melted token modifies damage by -1 when making ranged attacks. Okay, so you're saying that I'm going to lock somebody out of dealing damage? Why can't I just say minimum 2 damage? Boop, 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 boop. Like, you could easily think things through, WizKids. If you're like, oh gosh, there's going to be a guy and a character with 0 damage if we allow a bunch of melters. And I'm like, one, if you would allow any player that will allow multiple melters to hit them at 5 range is either new or does not know how to play the game. That's how I look at it. Anyway. Going on. Radioactive Man. He's also nice. 85 points maybe-ish, maybe. Sort of how I feel. That's weird. Like, I know normally I would say, like, yeah, like low point dial, but I actually think the 85 point is sort of worth it. The Bolts of Masters trait. Thor, my mortal foe, opposing characters that can use Energy Explosion or Quake modify attack by -2 when attacking Radioactive Man. That's fine. That's fine. Radioactive Man in the comics has never been like a charging guy. Okay. Weakening radiation, opposing characters within 3 squares modify damage by -1 when making close attacks. I like this. I think that they could have reasonably increased it to 6. Or better yet, made it so that, like, increase it to 6 and then make so anyone making an attack within 6 squares, opposing character within 6, gets -1 damage. then you have a reason to play Radioactive Man and Melter together. Or were you afraid that, oh my gosh, that we would have Radioactive Man, Melter, and then no one would be able to attack? Like, again, I have to play both. Isn't that what you want me to do, Whiz Kids? Isn't that what you designed them to do? Like, and what ticks me off is, like, it's not like these characters are super stout. Like, they're fragile in the current game. So why? And you're moving towards a team dynamic. Why couldn't you allow me to set this up to be stronger? I like, and this is something like longtime viewers that pay attention may or may not know about me. I like Masters of Evil as like my villains team to play. Okay, when it's like villains night, bring a villains team. I like Masters of Evil. Okay, not because they're the antithetical Avengers. It's they're functionally fun. When you get like the first Captain America set, Baron Zemo, some Tiger Shark, and a few others going, they're fun. They're really fun. Some Claw with Running Shot Pulse Wave. It's fun. Okay? And you're taking the fun out of a villain team that's supposed to be the counterpart to your hero team. Okay? And that sucks. That really, really sucks. All right. And I'm just tired. Taskmaster, he sucks. Like, we'll keep rolling. Fixer, I thought we just got a Fixer. Or was it Tinker? I forgot. All right, now let's look here. Look here. My uncle would be like, look here, Edward Charles. Look here. This damage power is actually good, but this goes back to, all right, he's a higher point support figure. Okay, great. I don't need this 5 range. I really don't. Because if I TK an object, I'm going to go out further than just having this range. Okay. Strip some points off, make him cheaper. Get rid of this range. Give me a 0 range. Does that make him 47 points? Okay, cool. I'll take it. Strip this range. Does that make him 45 points? Cool. I'll take it. All right. But you have Perplex, unique modifier. When Fixer uses it, he may instead choose a single combat value other than damage to modify on all friendly characters within 4 squares of modifier. Well, whoop-de-freaking-do. Where's the last time I've seen this? Oh, I think it was 15th anniversary Batman. Okay, great. Now, let's do some comparing. That was a common. This is a rare. Look at the difference. It's night and day. And I think that Batman had Batman TA. So look, why are you giving me Force Blast? Why? Why? Okay? This doesn't make sense. Okay? You give me TK, that's nice. All right, and you're giving me this nice Perplex. Okay, great. Is he worth 50 points? Yeah. In a balanced situation, yes. Is he helping my Masters of Evil pop off? Yes. Can I at least play multiples of them? Yes. Am I really encouraged to? No, because the point content. Now you're going to say, hey, Dark Logos, he's filling the role of, Mega Perplex. And his Mega Perplex is a unique modifier. So, playing multiples really doesn't help you. I'm like, yeah, I know. But still, you might as well have just made him unique. You might as well have just made him unique. Because there's no reason for me to play him in multiples. Because the main reason I'm playing, you lock behind unique modifier. So I can't even, because of the, I already said his name. in the other show. And Everett K. Ross. Because of the Everett K. Ross ruling that you cannot use a power that's like a unique modifier twice on a character, even if it's on a different stat or ability or whatever, because of that ruling, okay, playing multiples of fixers is dumb. So you might as well make him unique, give him an additional bonus, okay, shave off some points, or allow him to at least outwit. And there you go. You know? But you're like, oh, but I don't want people to feel bad if they pull multiples. I'm like, then you shouldn't be putting uniques in the rare slot. You shouldn't. Anyway, let's move on. Moonstone. She's broke. I'm just going to be honest. She's broke. You're going to pay the 5 points. Unless it's sealed and you don't have any Masters of Evil. Okay, Thunderbolts. You're paying the 5 points. So it's mind control, but only to target friendly characters of 100 points or less with the Thunderbolts keyword that aren't named Baron Zemo. There you go. Right there. Right there. She has a 10 attack, which starting off is okay, and she has 1 click of 11. All you need to do is get it so that she can have more than 1 bolt. And she is grade A meta. She's grade A meta. I think there might be a ring that does that. Again, I haven't been up on my ring game as much as I should be. All right. Let's see. Nope. Nope. I know spin doesn't do it. Nope. Targeting. Energy explosion. Can use it penetrating damage. Equip characters. When equipped characters uses bolts to target more than 1 character, increase the damage dealt. Nope. That may have been it. I'd have to actually look at that card. No, it's not Lyran. I know it's not 0. It might be Lightning Ring, but I'm not going to quote myself on that because I think it's probably not. But yeah. Yeah, it might be Lightning Ring, but don't quote me on that. So anyway, yeah, all you need to do is get her some extra bolts, and she is great. Unfortunately, there's not a master that I'm like, oh yeah, or Thunderbolt, where I'm like, oh yeah, like get that person into range to set some stuff off. So yeah, but she's good. Yeah, she's good. Get 2. Just in case we get some good under 100 point masters or Thunderbolts in the future. And I know, like, I think there's the Baron Zemo or something that makes all the masters have the Thunderbolts keyword or something like that. At least in Golden Age, she's broke. Or Silver or whatever. Let's keep going. Super rares. There's a Spider-Man. I don't think he's good. He's okay. So there you go. That solves that right there. And then some folks be like, why? Why? You're a hater. And I'm just like, no, he's not that good. And, he's not that good. Next up, it was War Machine. War Machine is what we, again, would call well-designed and balanced. Okay? But if we follow the format of WizKid's design, he's overcosted. Realistically. And if we go and look, we look at that Thor as a rare. We're getting the same amount of clicks of life. Now, you can make the argumentation that we're getting better damage reduction, which we are. And we're also getting Psychic Blast and Indom and all the other good stuff, which is good. Okay. Our damage output is okay. It's on, a Hulk dial. It goes starts high, goes low. Or was it not a Hulk dial? A U dial. I forgot. Yeah, it's on a U dial. But the minigun thing is realistically the only thing that makes you come back and say, yeah, we're playing this. So when War Machine hits after resolutions, you may give a hit character a target lock token. When then remove all other target lock tokens. Free. Make a range attack using War Machine's printed attack and damage values. This is what sucks. But only to target the character with the target lock token. Alright. Now, let's look at some things that are not in that wording, such as range and line of fire. Within range and line of fire. Doesn't say not to. Now, again, you could get rulings, but it does not say within range and line of fire. So, as long as I have the target lock on somebody after that first hit, I can just sort of skirt around and shoot. Now, again, if it's ruled that nope, that's not how it works, okay, that's fine. That's absolutely fine. And I would actually like that. But if it's ruled, well, screw it. Yeah, you can, because it doesn't say free, make a ranged attack against a character within range and line of fire with War Machine's printed attack and damage value, but only to target the character with the target lock token within range and line of fire. It doesn't say this. So, does that make War Machine meta? Maybe. I mean, I make my first attack, and then I follow up every turn after that on that character. I can summon an ID card the next turn and then still shoot. You know, is it stupid? Sorta, yeah. Is it a waste of your perplex? Sorta, yeah. But is it worth it for the mobility and other effects that you can do? Yeah. Yes, it is. Would I like to see this with exospecs? Maybe. Maybe. I wonder how this would work with energy explosion. I could see you getting a target that you really, really want to hit, but you can't get line of fire to, using the target lock token and then just being like, here we go. So, yes, War Machine is mildly broken if you play it the way that I said you could play it. Now, if it gets ruled that you can't do that, WizKids, you need to up your copy editor game. But we know that. We've known that. Next up is Punisher War Machine. Overall, I like it. I wish he had... I think he was on the Thunderbolts. Was he on the Thunderbolts during this? I forgot. I like this this little thing here. So the man inside is the real machine. During force construction, you may include a character named Punisher of 75 points or less on your sideline. When Punisher War Machine would be KO'd, instead, replace him with that Punisher on its last click, then roll a d6 and heal that Punisher half the result this game. That Punisher can't be healed any other way. Protected Pulse Wave. I like this. There's enough Punishers that you could use with this. All right. Other thing, and this is something that I don't know if they really thought about. I could just call in a 75-point Punisher where I had a 60-point Punisher War Machine. So, just saying. You have the War Never Ends, Colossal Stamina. Yeah, that's yeah. Yeah, that's good. I sound like my kids now. Kids at school. If Punisher War Machine has 2 action tokens, he has free make an attack. Is this better than War Machine? No. Is this still good? Yes. There's not a limitation to the target. He's just murdering everybody. But again, at the same time, you're not just free targeting. Okay, so there you go. Just need to light the fuse, energy explosion knockback. This is fun. This is what they're trying to do with the Thor, but did poorly. So much fun. If you were scared of the Punisher before, perplex but only target opposing characters. So this is useful. This is a useful perplex. This should be inversed. If you were scared of the Punisher before, should be veritable threat response. And veritable threat response should be if you were scared of the Punisher before. And I know some of you are going to say, why? Why, Edward? Why? Okay, let's look at the Punisher for all he does and look at War Machine for all he does. Okay, just to make sure no one's confused, I'm going to say Punisher instead of Punisher War Machine. Okay, they both have an ability that allows them to attack multiple characters. One, which is War Machine, is a team player. Why is he only perplexing himself? The other is not a team player. Why is he only perplexing opposing characters helping his team? Okay, one has a limitation on who he can shoot. The other only has an action limitation on who he can shoot. So, overall, these two powers should be reversed. There is nothing in balancing, quote unquote, that I see of why they can't be, because they're equal costed. Okay? They're equal costed. Perplexes that have limitations are cheaper. So if I can only perplex my opponents, or only can perplex characters 100 points or less, I can only perplex myself, blah, 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 blah. They're all costed cheaper. We know this. So why did you play this the way you did? Now, I know some people say, but look, man, Dark Logos, don't get mad. Don't look mad. Don't get mad. You know, War Machine has improved targeting, shoots characters that are adjacent. Punisher doesn't. Punisher is also cheaper and has a multi-point dial. Right there. Right freaking there. Okay, so yeah. Like, is Frank Castle awesome figure? Yes. But again, game design. Hire me for a set. I won't make everything broke, but I'll make sure that sucker sells out. Hire me for a set. I double dog, backflip dare you. Hell, hire me and make me design half a set. I'm telling you, I will get these people in these seats, son. I will get butts in seats. Because no, there's just too many problems. All right, next up's Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel, we might as well just call her the Paw Killer. Or as some other people, as Michael Love has dubbed it, Flying Shredder. Is this character meta? Yes. Yes. 100 times yes. Is she the best that we have in the game? No. But when I look at her, it's like, okay, you have a Pog that gives Perplex that you can just drop down after you finish your hypersonic speed or before. And it has Blaze Claw's fangs. Okay. And you have Prob. So functionally, you have Prob and Blaze Claw's fangs. Then I mean, sorry, I'm not problem Blaze Constraint. You functionally have prob and perplex on one character at 150 points, which actually works out from utility, or in some situations, double perplex. You're starting off with very strong attack values at 12 attack. You're starting with Indom and Impervious. Are you primed for Exospecs? Yes, you are. Exospecs will only be a flavor enhancer for this character, never, inhibitor. All right, you have a good range. She has a good range at 7. She has higher hypersonic speed when Captain Marvel uses it. After resolutions, deal 1 penetrating damage to an opposing character she moved through. If that character is a vehicle, deal it 3 penetrating damage instead. So on top of that, she screws over your Blackbird and your Bat Cycle. Also, your Sentinel Squad 1, just inherently for existing. Okay, so check, and check. Then you have stop clicks. If you pay 150 points, you're getting 3 stop clicks. Stop invincible on top of everything else. Captain Marvel has protected outwit. Oh wow! You now just have flat protected outwit on that dial. Oh wow! So your running shot, Psychic Blast, in perplex is protected. Oh wow! That's good. So again, like look here. Anybody that's looking like, how do we make 150 point plus dial characters in the modern age? This makes Unimind look like a punk if Unimind could not perplex himself. And even still, at 95 points, this makes Unimind look like a punk. Oh wow. I got too many alarms, too many phones. Oh. Huh. That's sorry. Oh, alarm, stop, please. Thank you. All right. So all of a sudden you got problems. You got major problems. And to me, it is frustrating. It is really, really frustrating. So, like, WizKids can make epic characters. They really can. And they can make them not just in the super rare slot. But, again, there's this problem. Like, you can see, again, just by the way the dial is designed, when they want to cook the dial, they will cook the dial. So you're going to say Dark Logos, how can you tell they're trying to cook the dial? All right, so they know that hypersonic speed is broke strong. You're a 12 attack plus a 12 movement, so they're not giving her invincible up front because they know they're going to give her impervious in a few clicks. So invincible is pointless. So you automatically give her impervious. Then you look at the prop. So now, not only you have a 12 attack, you have a second chance at hitting. So even though perplex functionally should be cheaper in that situation over the prob is stronger. And again, the concern is, oh my gosh, she's going to zip in with a 13 attack or hit for 5 damage. So they're trying to mitigate that, but realistically, ensuring that she's hitting is the key point of the figure. Then you go to click 2, in which you don't have any support powers, but you still have this impervious. So again, they break the whole consecutive number of clicks will increase the cost crap. And you lower her damage down to 3, which in any other game state classically would sort of hurt. And you would really have to have some level of support around her. In the modern game sphere, no, that's not hurting her whatsoever. Her keywords, or even playing her off keyword, she's going to have enough perplex to back that booty up. Like that's how it's going to go. All right, so right there, they took away the support power, kept her really strong movement power, and gave her imperv. Go to click 3, so we don't have 3 clicks of consecutiveness with this power. What does she have that's still good? Running shot. We now give her an attack power because she's no longer doing penetrating damage using her fly through. So boom, now we have Psychic Blast. Oh, our damage is sort of falling off and our attack is sort of falling off. All right, still to make sure that this 50 point value is still worth it, that you're either able to achieve a 12 attack or a 4 damage, we give it Perplex. We give her Perplex. That's what you're paying for 150 at that 150 point value. Okay, on top of the Assemble Avengers trait, and on top of my cat is not a flurkin. Okay, so when you stack all of that together, okay, it can get a bit stupid. So if you wanted to, with the freaking Pog, she could be a 12-5 or a 13-4. Or on her third click, she could be a 13-3, a 12-4, or an 11-5. All right. So in that 150 points of value, you had to bake in a Pog, which goes back to the whole thing that I said about boss and minion type formats last episode. Go listen to that, because WizKids is proving my point. WizKids is proving my point right freaking now. Okay. Then you're going on a lower point dial. What are you getting? You're getting lower damage output. You're not getting that 4 damage, in the raw. And your base stratification is, okay, you're 11 attack, 3 damage. That's our goal. You're 11 attack, 3 damage. Okay, you're getting a little weaker. All right, great. You're 11 attack, 3 damage. Then boom, here's this final stop click. And I am now, woman, hear me, light you on fire. You get your 12 attack, you get your 3 damage, you get your 18, you get your invincible. It's not as good because, hey, it's a stop click. And you're encouraged to run a medic with her. You're encouraged to, have powers that heal with her. And you're basing a good chunk of your team around her surviving. And she can. So I realistically have to say, is she a top tier figure? Yes, probably number 4 or 5 in this set. And that's me saying that honestly. Maybe 6 depending on how some other things shake up. But yeah. Arno Stark, after his ruling, I think he's okay. I think he is okay. Should you sell him immediately? No. Could you have fun with him? Yeah. Is he broken? No. Is he a little frustrating? Yes. But he works well with E-Tree. So there's stuff to think about there. All right. Next up, Ironheart. Man, I missed a chance to win one of her. That sucked for me. Ironheart, is she good? The answer is yes-ish. Yep. Ironheart has her first trait. Ironheart may use her displayed damage power twice per turn. That is nice. So, what they made sure that she can't be broke in the future by any other mechanic. It's like, oh, she has range combat expert. She can use it twice per turn. That would have been a bit OP. But being able to prob twice or outwit twice or perplex twice is strong. Also being sort of a secondary attacker. Is she point costed appropriately? Yeah, she is. She has the glue cannon, magnet blast. I'll name it later. When Ironheart hits after resolution, she can use barrier at no cost, but the first marker must be generated adjacent to a hit character, and the marker may be placed on hindering terrain. So, barrier on hindering terrain is strong. So, yeah. I think this is going to be a slept-on piece. Black Widow, nope. She sucks. She sucks. Uh, for you to heal yourself and for you to require a KO and then to heal yourself, no. This is a suck. No, don't play her. Immortal Hulk. This is where the dark side of heroclix comes in, because this guy by far is one of the most ridiculous figures that I've seen in a long time. And I've played heroclix since '05. So I've been playing this game for 15 years. So yeah, my heroclix career could go to high school now. So let's look at why this is a problem. And again, you're probably going to get more analysis from other people, but I'm going to give you my 2 cents really briefly. And I know 2 clicks and critical clicks and you know, all the other shows are going to probably go in depth and break down more of why he's broken. And I know Daniel Powell's going to have like a whole lineup of like everyone must buy him. He's $100. But let's look at why he's a problem for the game and why he's positive too. So he can't be chosen for Mastermind, okay? Which I need clarity, because we do have Victor Mancha. Can he not use Mastermind, or can he not just be chosen as the target of Mastermind? Because if he can use Mastermind, Victor Mancha makes this dude even more of a hero. Like grade A, top of the line hero, okay? Next up, he says when Immortal Hulk would be KO'd the first time in the game, instead turn him to click 1 and he scores 25 points for the opponent. Okay? You're getting points in tight games that could be useful versus classic don't die, or in classic you got to kill me this many times and then you get all my points. So right there, he's balancer, more balanced, however broken English you want to put it, than previous don't die hard to kill figures. But at the same time, he could still open up a can of whoop on anybody. When Immortal Hulk would be KO'd the third and final time in the game, he scores 50 points instead of 100 for an opponent. So you get the total of the points after you KO'd him that many times. Protected Pulse Wave. Boom. All right. That's straightforward. But if he has the ability, in my opinion, to have Mastermind, to use Mastermind, then yeah, there's a whole lot more problems going on than we think. All right, next up. Powered by sadistic vengeance. When a friendly character within line of fire is damaged by an opposing character, put a vengeance token on this card. Free. Remove 2 vengeance tokens to use charge at no cost. Now, this is more important like once you become, the Hulk. And once you get down to clicks 4 and 5, having charge flurry, it's sort of stupid. I could say from experience running a Maestro, charge flurry is a hell of a drug. I haven't been on drugs, but it's pretty much a hell of a drug. I'm betting it's better than crack. Definitely better than crack. So having that becomes a really interesting affair, because you want to have Immortal Hulk to have line of fire on all your friendlies. So he doesn't really work best with the tactic of, look at me, I'm sending pogs downfield. He doesn't really work well with that. All right. Then he has, I'll rise again to crush your bones. Stop invincible. That's straightforward. now I realize I've been I now realize I've been smarter than Bruce. Outwit, Immortal Hulk has protected Outwit, so you can't take away stuff. So when we break it down, a lot of people said like, "Oh, look at him. He's like the perfect ID canon," and he is. Like, he's Iceman's, next best friend. Like, Iceman is a super popular guy right now because of him, the Iceman ID card, and in the 100-point Colossal Iceman, because he's like, hey man, you want to kill everybody too, Iceman, and Iceman's like, yeah, I do. Uh, there's just so much that is stacked into Immortal Hulk that it's like, oh, you have shape change. Guess what? You activated me. I'm about to punch you with Hulk. Oh, you got like 18 colossals. I don't care. I'm going to call out Iceman, and then Iceman at 100 is going to mow down all your colossals, and yeah, that's all she wrote. Or like, oh, I can throw Immortal Hulk at a team, and then flank with all sorts of other types of pieces, and be like, well, you attack them, you're going to make Hulk stronger, and you're not getting any clicks off of Hulk. If you attack Hulk, you're going to give him vengeance tokens on himself. If you attack other characters, you're going to give vengeance tokens to Hulk. Okay? And if you attack more than one character, then I can keep maintaining line of fire too, because this doesn't go off once per turn. This goes off as long as he has line of fire. Hulk is going to be popping off all the dang time. So I charge, and now I get to charge again at no cost. Like, this is too much. And this goes back to the War of Light era stuff, where I said, WizKids, you have a problem, and it's a free action problem. And I'm looking at this here, and I'm in the same boat. WizKids, you have a problem. It's a free action problem. You should not allow me to keep stacking free actions like this potentially. This should be a once per turn, at max twice per turn effect. Okay? But instead, you're just allowing this to pop off multiple times per turn. Okay? The only way that this doesn't pop off is if I pulse wave and Hulk is in the effect. So again, this is a problem. Hopefully I'm wrong. Hopefully I am wrong. And the one thing that I have admitted through being on the show, being a journalist, and doing Christian apologetic stuff. Admit when you're wrong. Admit when you don't know. I could be completely wrong about this figure. I can be completely playing this figure the wrong way. I could have a poor understanding. I am willing to accept that. I can be Chicken Little, the sky is falling, oh my golly gee, all that stuff. Jiminy, But this is over-tweaked. This is over-tweaked, in my opinion. It's too much that he's doing for a very small downside. So I'm going to leave it at that. I'm going to keep going. We have the Thor, blah, 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 Earth X. This is gender bend Thor. Is this better than Jane Foster? Yeah, it is. let's break in. And I know again, folks be like rarity, rarity. I'm like, yeah, rarity. But also let's look. We have the same click amounts. We also are cheaper. I think it's one range shorter. But WizKids like made up their darn mind on what they were doing. Okay, so whenever Thor attacks a single opposing character, modify attack by +1 for each of the target's printed one for each of the target's printed attack, defense, and damage values that are higher than Thor's printed values of the same type. Okay, great. So you have a higher attack, +1 attack. Higher defense, +1 attack. You defended up to a 19 using Doctor Strange. I got +1 attack. You have more damage, +1 attack. I like it. I like it. It makes it so that you're more likely to hit. Okay. Late dial shape change. When Thor uses it and succeeds, choose 2 standard powers. Thor can use those powers until the end of your next turn. That's not bad. Would I have liked that on the front of the dial? Yes. A situational pick a power. Yeah, that's pretty good. The ability to be like, whoop, got that shape change. Guess what? I'm going stealth. I am going stealth. And again, for some people who may not understand how stupid this procs on your opponent's turn. Then it goes away your next turn, not the beginning of your upcoming turn. Now, again, if I could be wrong on that, hopefully I am, because if not, now I'm definitely giving, steel energy. Yeah. Oh, no, at the end of my next turn. So I have it into my next turn. So, yes, this is good. Proper reading, people. So, yeah, I'm going to be like stealth, steel energy, or hyper. If that's the only attacker, I know no other attacks are coming. I'm that low down. I'm picking probably like flurry, steel energy, and going for it to heal up. And there's nothing you can do to stop it. Yeah. So yeah, that's what I would do. But yeah, I like this. I think this is a way better Thor. All right, so Blade. Everybody was on Blade's junk until Cap came out and showed us what we could do with Vulture. So yeah. That sucks, but we'll talk about him real quick. He has Avengers assembled Avengers trait, which is good for Blade. I want to make that clear. Definitely Blade at 50 points. It's good for Blade. You have the Vampire Hunter trait, which again is espionage. So yay, all a bunch of stealth with all the stealth busting in the world, which makes the stealth completely worthless. My gift from Deacon Frost, Steel Energy. When Blade uses it, he may heal past his blue starting line. Okay, great. That's great. So playing him at 50 has some advantages because you can pump him up. So I like that. Then you have, they call me the world's greatest. I think that's just Wesley Snipes bleeding into Blade. I don't think he said that. So yeah, all right. Mystic's team ability: when Blade attacks a character with the monster mystical keyword, that character can't use defense powers. That's nice. He's also protected from the Mystic's team ability. So. Protected Mystic's team ability. So he gets Mystics, and I think he doesn't take damage from... Oh, no, here we go. When Blade KOs a character with a monster or mystical keyword after resolution, he can use charge at no cost. This may repeat. So, yeah, they did try to reload Vulture, but unfortunately, it just didn't pop off as well. Now, in all fairness, I want to say this. With the dominant monster and mystical like meta that we've had, I could see Blade's usefulness. But this doesn't help you with Cosmic, whereas Vulture really helps you against everything. So you had a big flush of X-Men. This doesn't help you against X-Men. Vulture does. You have big flush of Cosmic. This doesn't help you against Cosmic. Vulture does. So while Blade is good, and I give him a 2 thumbs up, and if I was Goro, maybe 3. I can't tell people go out there and spend first week, second week, third week money on this. Like, wait until he drops down to like $10 to buy him, and that makes me hurt inside because I really do like Blade. He is one of those characters for me that in the movies when I saw Wesley Snipes, not necessarily seeing myself in Wesley Snipes, I was like, dude, that's just a cool dude. That's just a cool dude. And I like that. And Blade and heroclix has sort of been crap. And unfortunately, like, freaking Cap completely creates a situation where Blade is overshadowed. Yeah, I'm not going to bring race into this because it's not. This little plastic imaginary man. In this situation of design, I'm not going to be like WizKids is racist. I've done that in the past. I won't front. Ain't no shame in my game, but not this time. Mandarin, buy him. Get them rings on him, homie. There's just do it. Just do it. Just put the rings on him and have fun. Like, there is a game out there for you to just be like, ring flex, and watch him go off. Now, I am sad that we've had other Mandarins that do not get this ability. And I sort of wish that there is something like I pay 5 points or whatever. Any character named Mandarin or the Mandarin can equip all 5 rings. Now in Golden Age, oh man, power plant rings. Let's go. Actually, do they count? Let's find out. I didn't, there's something that you have things that pop into your mind as you're talking. And nope, only the con exclusives. Excuse me. Only the con exclusives count. Oh, so sad. But anyway, let's keep going. I know I normally would cover this figure, but it's just too fun. Just play it. Buy it. Buy product and be excited for new product. Baron Zemo, another Baron Zemo. We will take the place of we shall call ourselves the Thunderbolts. Same thing as the other Baron Zemo. Assemble bolts and masters. Okay. That's fine. We will take the place of the Avengers in their hearts. Leadership. Outwit. When Baron Zemo uses leadership and succeeds, you may choose a Marvel team ability that isn't uncopyable. Okay, great. Like I said, in Golden Age, this is good. As long as he's on the map, friendly characters with the Master's Evil or Thunderbolt's keywords can use a chosen team ability until he chooses again. Oh, snap. So you can rotate that sucker. Ooh. Yeah, this is a must buy. This is a must buy. Now, I know some of you are going to be like, what? It's a must buy. Yes, this is a must buy. So let me explain and break it down why. All right, so you need to go through it first and take a look at like all of the Marvel team abilities. Okay. Take a look at all the Marvel team abilities and got to get into my bookmarks. Team abilities. Here we go. All right. So all the Marvel team abilities that you have access to are Avengers, Avengers Initiative, which right there really sort of craps on stealth even more. Brotherhood, which is not bad. Defenders, which is also not bad. Fantastic Four, when this character is KO'd after resolutions, heal one click. So here, one click on each other friendly character using this team ability, which is all your Masters and Thunderbolts, okay? Hydra, Masters of Evil, of course, but you're probably not going to do that. Minions of Doom, when this character KOs a standard character, which is suck. They changed freaking Minions of Doom. When this character KOs a standard opposing character, after resolutions, heal one click on a friendly character using this team ability. Not the character that did the KOing, on a character using this team ability. Okay? You can't do Power Cosmic because it's uncopyable. Okay? Sinister Syndicate, when this character makes an attack, you may replace the attack value with the printed attack value of an adjacent friendly character that can use this team ability. Boom. Scrolls, shape change, but only succeeds on a 6. Shield, in X-Men. You can't use Mystics PD, Team Player, Underworld, or Underworld. You can't use any of those. Okay? Now, some of you are going to say to yourself, I still don't get why this is a big deal, Edward. It's the fact that you can play this character, this Baron Zemo, at 45 points. He rolls leadership and succeeds. He can choose a Marvel team ability that isn't uncopyable. As long as he's on the map, friendly characters with the Masters of Evil or Thunderbolts keyword, which includes himself, can use that chosen team ability until he chooses again. So you put him on a wild card team or a team that needs freaking, exciting fuel to power its enthusiasm, and you're having him roll off to get a team ability on himself that the rest of the team can copy. Yes! 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 For 45 points, I have the rainbow coalition of team ability picking. Yes! I'll take that. For 45 points? You would be an idiot not to take it. And here's the thing. I think what's going to happen, because the Masters and some of the Thunderbolts are not that exciting, people will sleep on it. But now think about this. You have Trick Shot with Avengers Initiative. Okay? You have Moonstone with Sinister Syndicate next to a Trick Shot or next to a Hawkeye. And you're able to send around Hawkeye's attack to all the rest of your people. Like, how fun is that? Like, it now rewards active play. It rewards active thinking. Okay, the chance is here. I rolled leadership. It succeeded. Do I want to keep my current leadership? My current leadership team ability? No. Okay, now I'm going to get this other team ability. Or no, I still need it. Okay, this round. Hopefully I get it next round so I can turn to this other thing. Oh, I didn't get it. All right, so how am I going to utilize the current leadership that I have? The current team ability that I have? Is there other things that I can do? This is wonderful. This is wonderful. Okay? Will he be cheap? Yes, because a lot of people will not see the value of it because theme teams is like 90% of what we think about. And yes, you are limited to Marvel themed teams. There's no Batman TA BS for everybody. I understand that. That sucks. Life goes on. But the fact that we can get access to Avengers Initiative, okay, for the Masters is huge, because Avengers Initiative gives you improved movement and improved targeting, hindering. Like right there. Like Brotherhood, when this character hits an opposing character that's 10, with a roll of 10 through 12, after resolution, remove an action token from this character. Guess what? Go back. Look at Assemble Bolts and Masters. Now you add in Brotherhood team ability. Okay. And now we're able to hit that roll. Let's say we rolled high. Boom. Take a token off myself. Activate Bolts and Masters. Rolled again. Boom. Take another token off myself. Or I don't have tokens to take off. I'm going to put a token on my opponent. So this is very positive. This is good game design. And again, going back to what I said before. All right, look. Whiz kids. Get that Linda voice. That Wes did it to me yesterday. Whiz kids. 45-point Baron Zemo is what most of your support characters should look like. Okay? That's what most of your support characters should look like. Not what you've been doing with, he's almost 50 points. No. This. Do more of this. Less of the other crap you've been doing with some of the other rarities that I was complaining about. More of this. All right. I'm gonna finish the super rares, and then I'm gonna talk about the chases. I'm gonna do another video for the chases. Atlas continuing the mistake of Colossal Retaliation further into the game, making it more and more dumb. And then now you have a Colossal Retaliator on the Thunderbolts, which, not complaining about that in particular, it's just the fact, Colossal Retaliation, no Colossal Indifference, and he's useful. He is useful. And that, I'm not saying that that's a bad thing that he's useful. It's just the fact that when we're looking at his dial, it's like, okay, which would you rather have? 2 of him as a Colossal Retaliator or him at 50? And I'm like, well, him at 50 is a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. But also him at 25 is a really good deal. And I'm getting 2 clicks of Colossal Retaliation. So if they mess up and ding me once, I'm like, well, you thought wrong. There you go. I'm still here. And then you can even free, until your next turn, Atlas has Colossal and modifies his attack and damage values by +1. So, I don't know what to say. Like, this is probably some of the best 25 points in Colossal Retaliation since Prime Storm. Like, I actually think this is better than Prime Storm. And I know you're going to say, Dark Logos, you get to be able to do the Retal plus the mind controls and I know. But look at this. Just take a moment and look at this. All right? My character is giant. So you just can't Iceman pop off on me. All my Colossal Retail for Thunderbolts, quote unquote, is Atlas. So let's just say I'm packing 2 of them at 25 points. So I'm increasing my plus to map. They can still standard attack. They can still standard, they're moving around, shuffling and everything else. They still can get the benefits of, Baron freaking Zemo here. All the things that I've talked about before are still in play. Then all of a sudden, they activate for 50 points. If I pay 50 points, and And they go, and I got 2 Colossal Retaliators potentially. Or if I just spend 50 points on Atlas, and I'm like, looky here, homie, I'm a Colossal now. I have Colossal Reach. I have Giant Reach 3. I have Colossal Stamina. And I have a 12 attack 5 damage plus Super Strength. Go suck it for 50 points. Go suck it. There is nothing you can do against that. And I knocked you into a wall. Like, whiz kids, when did 50 points entitled me to potentially do 7 damage? Like, did you do the math on that one? Did you think about the reality of that? Because there is no reason whatsoever that I would not run him at 50. I mean, let me take that back. I still run him at 25. When I'm running him at 50, there's no reason for me not to have strategically placed heavies. For me to go Colossal, then charge, or get TK'd out, charge, pick up the heavy, and have my attack perplexed, my damage perplexed up by 1, so I can whack somebody for 7. There's no reason not to. It's too good. And I have the Assemble Bolts and Masters. So not only did I tag you, I rolled that 6, homie. Guess what? You're still alive. You're taking that token. You're taking that token. Go suck. It sucks to suck, homie. Sucks to suck. Yeah. Yeah, you got to buy one. Mach 10. Prove target noise hindering. Yep. All this stealth is completely worthless. Assemble Bolts and Masters once per turn. When Mach X hits, after resolution, you may roll a d6, 5 through 6. If your force... Oh, sorry, never mind. Assemble Bolts and Masters is a trait. Upgrading the Mach lineup. Free. Choose a standard attack power printed on this card. Oh, great. Okay, Mach can use the chosen power this turn. Oh, hey, guess what? 50 points. I have access to everything on this card. Didn't say for my point dial. Oh, so, yeah. Psychic Blast? Got it. Energy Explosion? Got it. Yeah. So, and this is the kicker, and I don't think a lot of people, I don't know if anyone's talked about this. You choose a standard attack power printed on this card. Mach can use the chosen printed power this turn. It does not say instead of. So, everyone, I can Quake Steel Energy. I can Precision Strike Incap. I can Precision Strike Psychic Blast. I can Psychic Blast Energy Explosion. I don't think that can work anymore. But, yeah. Like, I don't think... this is good design. This is good design. Where I sort of sit and stand back at, it's like, look, if you wanted... You wanted him to be more valuable at 75, at least make that second click an 11. Okay? Then I could sort of justify it and give me like give me a 11-4 on front or a consistent 11 or make him a 10-4 on click 2, and I think that would have been fine. But I'd rather just, unless I really need the numbers, I'd rather just pay the 50 points. All right, Songbird, Running Shot, Pulse Wave. At 60 in prob, which is good, or a sidestep and pulse wave at 30, Masters and Thunderbolts. Yeah, she's going to be the thing that's going to help fill out your team. Unfortunately, again, at this rarity, it's going to be a bit of a struggle. Now, I would recommend, once you're in a tight engage, to have her with Moonstone. Moonstone will close mind control. See what I did there? Close mind control Songbird, have her move out 5 squares, get close, attack, and then pulse wave. I think that's the best way to play her at 30. Now, otherwise, play her at 18. I mean, not at 18, at 60. She's worthwhile. I mean, how many times are we playing Banshee? Like, Banshee was like a go-to for X-Men. Like, this is worth it. She also gets barriers as free, but only generate one marker, then remove all other blocking terrain markers adjacent to the generated marker. Now, this is also a little bit gangster because of how it's written. Barrier as free, but only generate one marker, then remove all other blocking terrain markers adjacent to that marker. So she can take down barrier. And so a lot of you that are like, well, I'm going to hide behind my barrier wall. No, not with her. Because it says remove all other blocking terrain markers adjacent to the generate marker. This also means your markers. Okay? So this shit can jack you up. Okay? This shit can jack you up. So I don't hear any chatter about her. And I know some folks will be like, well, you know, Dark Logos really isn't a barrier meta right now. Right now, it's not. But it can be. And she's an Avenger. That's something to think about. All right. Next up, Black Heath. Please don't be a black guy in the end. Please don't be a black guy in the end. I gotta Google this guy. I'm doing it for my own comic book sanity. It's a district in southeast London. Please don't be a black guy. Plant Man. Oh, yeah, so that makes sense. He's from London. I'm betting that he's white. Just saying. I'm betting that he's white. Now, on the side note, if he's not white, nope, he's white. He's a white guy. Oh, wait, nope, that's Earth 1610. Huh. All right. So let's say hypothetically right now he's white. So I'm okay. Marvel, you didn't screw up naming another guy. But it's a region in London. So I'll give them that. I'll give them a pass. So you got the Simuloid replicas. When Black Heath starts the game, generate 2 Simuloids. When Black Heath or a Simuloid KOs an opposing character with an attack, generate a Simuloid in that square. When Black Heath would be KO'd, roll a d6 if the number is less than or equal to the number of Simuloids on the map. Instead, turn Black Heath to click number 6 and then KO a Simuloid protected pulse wave. Yeah, I like this. I like this. Is it worth it? I don't know. He has giant reach. Increase giant reach by +1 for each square of printing hindering terrain he occupies or is adjacent to. So he could get giant reach 3. I don't know. I'm up in the air. So I'm 50-50. Machine Smith. This dude is broken. This dude is broken. This is the master that we need. This is the master that we need. It's also the Paul character that we need with Jason Wingard. Machine Smith We have the symbol bolts and masters. Improved movement ignores hindering. Back up my consciousness. Shape change. Power. Generate a robot dupe bystander. Max 1. When Machine Smith would be KO'd, if the robot dupe is on the map, instead turn him to click number 6 and then KO the robot dupe. Okay. This is infinite. So yeah, I like this. Plasticity, sidestep, stealth, the special power, but the robot dupe is what's really the problem. Robot duplicate of my enemy. He packs himself in a copy of his opponent. When Robot Dupe starts the game, choose a standard opposing character of 100 points or less. Robot Dupe has the robot keyword in addition to the chosen character's displayed combat values and displayed standard powers. You better not. You better not have Atlas there. I know that much. If they change as that character's dial change. This can also be bad because technically, no, standard opposing. Okay, standard powers. Okay, good. Because I was thinking special powers too. I was like, oh no. It's like now you have a Pog generating Pogs on top of Pogs. If the chosen character isn't on the map, Robot Dupe's dial is his printed one. So like once you KO that character or they get in a vehicle or something, he goes back to being a Robot Dupe and he sucks. So overall, Machine Smith is a 10 out of 10. He's up there as one of the better figures in this set. Then we got MODOK, and realistically, MODOK... I'm not excited. I'm really not excited with MODOK. He's okay. I can see how people would want him. We haven't had a MODOK for years, so yeah. Next up is the chases. But before we go into the chases, I'm going to go ahead and stop. And I'm going to thank you all for listening. It's been 2 hours. I know the previous set is 1 hour. I'm probably going to go rant for another hour, so I've entertained you all for 4 hours. So hopefully this makes up for a ton of episodes that I haven't done. Yeah. So, and I'm really going in deep on this set. And that just bodes really bad for me right now. You can email me at startingoverpodcast@gmail.com. That's startingoverpodcast@gmail.com if you wish to opine. Keep it piffy, keep it interesting, keep it awesome, baby. You can donate to the show by going over to startingoverpodcast.blogspot.com. On there's a PayPal button. You can donate directly.